The All England Championships were effectively considered the unofficial World Championships until the mid-70s, and our lineup today on quarter-final day would certainly merit a World Championship order of play. Tight, potentially very exciting matches everywhere you look. Starting to get serious, just 2 courts now at the All England 2023. We're at the Utilita Arena, and that is the trophy for the HSBC BWF World Tour Finals, and that contest will take place literally just a couple of weeks before Christmas. Only the best of the best are invited to those finals, and that trophy, on a little bit of a tour, has landed in Birmingham here for the next 3 days. Well, here's our lineup, and as promised, it's terrific. Kicking off with mixed doubles, Indonesians Kusharjanto and Kusumawati looking to kickstart their season against former World Championship medalists Yamashita and Shinoya. Then we switch to women's doubles, Rahayu and Ramadanti, so impressive yesterday against Beck and Lee of Korea, who took down the German Open last weekend. Men's doubles to follow, Liang and Wang knocked out dangerous Indian pair Shetty and Aranki Reddy yesterday. Carnando and Martin are next in the firing line. Singles after that, Olympic champion Chen Yufei trying to win a second All England title, but Gregoria Tunjung won their last meeting. And we follow that with another potentially explosive men's doubles quarter-final. Amazingly, in 3 attempts, the 3-time world champions Arsan and Setyawan have never beaten Leo and O. We have 5 more matches to come. These will start, remember, at 5 p.m. local time, and that's a pretty decent-looking programme as well, isn't it? What about Marin versus An Se-young for starters? The improving Anthony Ginting against Anders Antonsen is another match that catches the eye, and that final men's singles looks quite tasty as well. Jill Clark and Steve Pedersen, your hosts for those 5. Here's how the mixed doubles draw has panned out then. Very hard to call. Just 2 seeds have survived, as you can see. It's going to be fascinating. Our match is that second quarter-final. Number 1 seeds potentially lie in wait in the semis. Just checking where they need to go. Did they go on the wrong court? I think they did. There's only 2 courts. You're on number 1, where all the cameras are, or more of the cameras. They found their way eventually. They won't have any trouble finding their way around this court once they're on it, though, these 2 pairs. Kusharjanto and Kusumawati of Indonesia against Yamashita and Shinoya of Japan. It's only the 2nd time, in fact, that these pairs have ever met. And there you see that Yamashita and Shinoya won that first meeting. That was in the first round of the Indonesia Masters just a couple of weeks ago. My name's Trevor Harris. Chris Langridge is alongside me again today, Olympic medalist. And Chris, this is a tough one to call for starters today on quarter-final day.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch this because I'd say it's 50-50. In the head-to-head, obviously, the Japanese did take the only meeting that they've had, but I would say this is going to be such a close one. It's such a big game. One of these pairs will be making the semi-final of the All England.
Let's give you some more details then about these players, starting with the Indonesian pair. And there is Rehan Kusharjanto. They're ranked 15, as you can see. They were up at 12, actually, just a couple of months ago. Always going to be a badminton player, wasn't he? His dad was mixed doubles Olympic silver medalist. Mum was an Asian champion. And they'll be anxious for revenge, as I mentioned, after that defeat in their home tournament, so to speak, in January in Indonesia. These are Kusumawati, is his partner. Their big breakthrough was winning the High-Low Open. That's a Super 300 event. That was in Germany last year in Saarbrücken. But they haven't got past the 4th round in any of the 4 tournaments they've played this year, so this is a welcome return to form for the Indonesians. Their progress so far, well, I think serene is the word. Straight games and only, well, less than 40 minutes on court in both the first and the second round. Can only get tougher though, starting today against the two Japanese. Yamashita, who's 24 now, they're ranked 18 in the world. They've been up at 13, that was only back end of last year. And their big result really, career-wise, was that bronze at the World Championships in 2021. They actually lost to Watanabe and Higashino in the semis. And there's Naru Shinoya, diminutive in height, but certainly not in stature. Reached one final as a pair. That was a Super 100 event, the Akita Masters, in terms of World Tour events. They lost in the German Open semi-final last weekend. So two pairs starting to show a little bit of form. They also have not dropped a game so far, as you can see there. Ellison Smith, Yi and Lee dispatched both in straight games. Paul Buffum of England is in the umpire's chair for starters this morning, and his colleague Ian Johnston is the service judge. What sort of a match are you expecting here, Chris, between these two pairs? Because it is tough to call.
Well, I think we've got two totally conflicting styles. The way that the Indonesians play and the Japanese, I'd say, is very, very different. Indonesians are a lot more creative. You could even say flamboyant. Whereas the Japanese are going to be slightly simpler in what they do, but they're going to be very hard-working and very consistent. So I do think it's incredibly hard to call. I mean, the rankings are so close, and the thing for me is who's going to handle the situation better, because this is massive. One of these pairs who is not seeded will make the semi-final of the All England. So I think it's too close to actually say who's going to perform better.
Yeah, a lot of prize money on the line as well. Semi-finalists guaranteed $17,500 US and 8,400 ranking points as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Kyohei Yamashita, Naru Shinoya, Japan. And on my left, Rehan Naufal Kusharjanto, Lisa Ayu Kusumawati, Indonesia.
Indonesian fan club are in. They've been here all week.
Naru Shinoya to serve, to Rehan Naufal Kusharjanto. Love all. Play.
So, first shuttle hit in anger on quarterfinals day here in Birmingham.
One, love.
Probably that victory that the Japanese had over the Indonesians gives them a narrow psychological edge. That's a neat little angle straight away found by Shinoya.
Yeah, that was an incredible shot. I saw her play against Marcus Ellis and Lauren Smith, and I didn't see any of that when they played each other. That was an incredible shot. This is now quite important for the Indonesians to just settle, just feel comfortable. I'd say we've had an incredible point from the Japanese and then two slightly more basic errors from the Indonesians.
Yeah, they need a rally, they need a point, they need just to get themselves, as you say, settled down here. Such a big match for them. For both pairs, actually.
I do feel this could even be a tactic from the Japanese. They are so solid and they're so consistent that, you know, showing that they feel comfortable to work the Indonesians, especially Rehan, who is an incredibly athletic, he's a joy to watch in regards to some of the athletic jumps he can do. But can he sustain this for the whole match? I think the Japanese are trying to prove a point that they maybe feel that he can't.
She's not needing any warm-up, has she? Shinoya, that's 2 excellent shots already.
Yeah, brilliant return.
Service over.
Just caught the tape, and I think he's so difficult to play against because it's so hard to predict what he's going to do. He's got so much skill. He can almost do anything at any time. Brilliant return.
Service over.
Well, that was the bite a bit, wasn't
5-2.
it? Excellent placement from Yamashita. Just to tell you that both pairs have 2 challenges in each game.
3-5.
And Hawkeye will be asked to adjudicate, and if they are successful at the challenge, then they keep it. The net ball was a little fortunate, but what play before that from Yamashita. It looked a lost cause, and somehow he got to it.
Yeah, this is a great rally, though, and it's seeing the 2 different styles. You had, for most of the rally, the Indonesians almost playing more of a no-lift style, and the Japanese trying to make the court big, and this is kind of their traditional styles, as it were. The Japanese want to really try and outmaneuver their opponents, whereas the Indonesians want to use more skill to outmaneuver them without using the big court, making the court small and not giving away the lift.
4-5.
His reactions are so quick.
Service over.
Very sharp there from Yamashita.
Hard to underestimate how much confidence that World Championship medal would have given Yamashita and Shinoya. They still haven't won a World Tour event, but when you get to the semis of the World Championships, you really start to realise that you genuinely belong at in the upper echelons of world badminton.
8-4.
I would say Shinoya's looking a lot sharper than I'd seen her in previous matches of this tournament. She's looked really good at the start of this.
Yeah, star player out there at the moment. The Japanese.
Service over.
It was a good set play there from the Japanese. You could see as they were lining up, the Shinoya was slightly wider looking for that, so you could feel the out wide serve was probably going to come, and it did. I think she just snatched at it very slightly and just mishit her. This is the thing from the Japanese. There such different styles going on. Almost at every point, the Japanese are opening up the court to make it big, because they really want Rehan to be moving as much as possible. They really want to stretch him, whereas Rehan's trying to make the court small and keep it flat and not give away the lift. There's great vision there from Rehan. Brilliant shot over the top, exactly where the space was.
8.
But he didn't give Shinoya any time to be dangerous. Look at this. Where the space is, the big space.
Well, all's fair in love and war. There was a very fortunate net cord earlier in the game that favoured the Indonesians, so not really complain too much. They always say it evens itself out. I'm not sure that's totally true in individual match, but
I can definitely say it doesn't. At times it can be incredibly
and it's always against you, wasn't it, Chris?
Every time. That's, yeah. Whenever I lost, it was always the net cord, not because my opponent was better.
9.
Wasn't going to take the chance, Yamashita.
Service over. 10-8.
I've got to say, Yamashita is moving the shuttle around well. He's feeling I mean, technically he's down the tougher end, or what had been the previous days, because he's hitting with the wind and he's controlling the shuttle really well.
Service over. 9-10.
Tremendous, nearly collided with the net when he played that, Kusharjanto, but the Japanese, to be fair, kept their composure, and they got a 2-point lead at the mid-game break. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, that was a brilliant rally. We had 3 players upside down at one point, it looked like, on the floor, showing amazing athleticism.
And on space and stay. Okay, this. Then I thought, is this service only net or half? I thought, is this service no?
Call 1, 20 seconds. Call 1, 20 seconds. Coaches, return to your chairs.
To be really careful there, did Kusharjanto, because I've seen before occasionally a player dives headlong into those weights that hold the net down. It can be very nasty potentially, but no problem. And a really entertaining
11-9.
7 or 8 minutes here.
Play.
Well, they were getting closer and closer to the net by the shot there, the Indonesian pair.
10,
In the end,
11.
Kusharjanto wasn't going to be denied.
It was a great move here from Lisa, very good. She's taken it early and put the Japanese in so much trouble. And we haven't seen her in the game that much yet because the Japanese haven't really given her, well, any of the shuttle, but they haven't really given her a chance to be in the game. Again, it's the style from the Indonesians. It's that cross court that opens up the Japanese. This one there, and then the Japanese are in trouble. It's good vision again from Rehan.
Well, they were 8-4 behind at one stage, the Indonesian pair, and they're now in front for the first time in this opening game.
I think the Indonesians worked that rally a lot better. I think it's almost the first time that we've seen Shinoya at the back she's not comfortable at the back. You know, she wants to get forward, but I think that hasn't really happened in previous points. But it's such a fine line for the Indonesians between playing their natural style, which is no lift, flat, really aggressive, but then also opening up the court to outmaneuver their opponents. Yeah, that is very impressive there. And this is why, for me, he's such an enjoyable player to watch, because he can create something from nothing almost. Two quite aggressive shots, but he's always going towards the shuttle. He's trying to take it as early as possible, and he's trying to counter-attack, which for me is the key to counter-attacking. You've got to go towards the shuttle and take it as early as possible.
This is, well, they got out last and in the end. There was a brilliant block in the middle of that from Kusumawati. Full-blooded Yamashita jump smash, and she got it back brilliantly.
Yeah, and this is a great game to watch. I mean, we've got everything happening here. And I would definitely say it does feel a fraction slower and a little bit cooler in here than maybe yesterday or the day before. And I think this is why we are going to have longer rallies today. I don't think anyone's quite got the same zip or firepower in their attacks. You have to be a little bit more patient with when you do have the attack.
Lisa. Play.
50-shot rally. Well, if anything, that was even better than the previous rally, and that's saying something. Astonishing defence from the Japanese in the early part of the point.
Yeah, definitely the best rally of the match. It was an incredible defence at one stage from Lisa, and then in the end, I think they just almost got a little bit tangled up. But that is, yeah, that's a great rally. I think that's what we're going to see more and more of today. We're going to see these longer rallies because it definitely does feel a fraction slower.
Almost extending our longest rally by the point, and then of course we have
service over.
A very, very short one.
14-13.
This is the big thing, you know, how hard you have to work to win a point, and you just can't give those cheap ones away. Because we're at 15 minutes and we're only halfway through really the first game, so this could be a very, very long match. Great attack there from the Indonesians. Brilliant from Lisa at the net.
15-13.
Pinpoint accuracy when she gets this cut out. She's hitting just off the right hip there, which is so hard. It's the hardest place to return the shuttle from. Great accuracy. And this is it. Everyone's having to work so hard to win these points. And it's the decision-making that comes in. I think she had plenty of time there to play just an okay net shot, whereas I feel she's tried to force it, she's tried to play a fraction too tight, and then she gives away kind of a cheap point.
Yeah, good thinking from Shinoya. Very quick to react. She saw Kusumawati was back on her heels there, just had to literally feather it over the net.
Yeah, with Shinoya there, that she poked it through, and then Rehan, he played the wrong shot. He put too much pace into it. Shinoya kind of teased him into it, and then Rehan, he really put them in trouble. And then after that, they were kind of nothing they could do to get out of the trouble. That was a great flick serve.
Potentially a big miss that.
Yeah, I mean, it's already getting tense. We're only still in the first game. This could turn into an absolute epic. You can see every single point is so vital at this stage, because whoever can sneak this first game, they're just going to relax that a little bit more in the second game.
Well, it's being challenged, and Hawkeye was putting its feet up, but now some work to do for the technology. First time we've had a challenge in this quarter-final.
From where I'm sat, it looked like it was out, but
yeah, me too.
It's worth challenging if you're not sure.
Just looked like it was fractionally wide, didn't it? And indeed it was.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge
Nothing
remaining.
ventured, nothing gained. They still have one challenge, and we're deep
Service
into this
over.
first game, so probably worth the risk.
16 all. Play.
This is the thing, just possibly a few nerves sneaking in now, because this is the tense bit of the first game. This is the bit that the most important bit. And so it's quite uncharacteristic because he's been so consistent so far in this first game.
Service over.
The last three rallies have been the shortest three rallies of the match. We've had three very, very quick, short rallies. People are maybe trying to force it, or they're overthinking. Everywhere. He's even got a thumbs up from his partner. He was everywhere. He was hunting the shuttle, and this is why he is exciting to watch, because
17.
Here we go, and then that interception, and then again makes the move, and it's the placement, and then even after that shot, he's ready for the next one. He's even reversed that. Even more impressive.
Kusumawati, and again. Well, eventually she has to surrender, but it wasn't for the want to try.
Yeah, I mean, she did incredible with 2 or 3 of those. I don't know how she got them back, but then in the end, it's just the constant. Yeah, but it's the constant pressure that she's under. She just can't eventually get out of trouble. She's just got stuck a little bit in on her heels. It's good constant pressure from the Japanese, and I mean, this is such a tight first game. What a way to start Friday.
Well, it's punch and counter-punch at the moment. Still, the destiny of this opening game hanging in the balance here.
The thing is, for me, that
Shinoya. Sorry, Chris.
so she doesn't have to kill it. She's in such a good position. She could stop it off. She could just poke it. I do think that's quite a cheap mistake. But then, to be fair to her, she then plays an incredible point.
19-all.
It was always going to be 19-all. It just had that. It's had that feel about it for a while. And we might be here beyond first player getting to 21 as well. Who can hold their nerve in the next few minutes? A bit of DIY.
All.
Well, he did brilliantly to get to that Yamashita, but the Indonesians are always in control of the rally.
20.
This is where, for me, I mean, don't get me wrong, that is incredible shot from Rehan, but the Japanese, when they're attacking, they've got to be more going down the line. They're going too much at Rehan's centre, and he is very, very good at opening the court up and counter-attacking and whipping it across court. The Japanese, if they're going to attack him, they've got to go more down the line, so it's much harder for him to whip it across.
Game point then for the Indonesians. And they get there, 21-19. In a really tight and tense opening game. And it's first blood to Kusharjanto and Kusumawati. And as Chris says, that just takes a little bit of the pressure off when they come out to start game two in a couple of minutes' time. First blood then, Kusharjanto and Kusumawati, with the Japanese now playing catch-up.
Kalau si yang placing ya kamu ikutin aja kalau sini. Tapi kalau di drive udah kamu tenang aja. Kalau di drive kan bola cepat itu kamu tunggu ya touch-nya kamu kalau bisa ya. Kalau tunggu bisa touch ya. Kalau lawan di drive lawan placing kamu maju taruh lagi ya. Ingat kamu kalau lagi drive adu drive dua kali langsung frame ya. Sini lurus kan dia dari sini tuh. Kamu lurus ini udah ketinggalan dia ya. Main di situ ya, dari servis ya, sekarang servis ya. Dari servis kamu terima kalau cowok yang terima kalau cowok tadi kayak tadi diterima sini udah kamu buka itu kamu siap. Kalau dia Oke ya, dari start dari pertama. Lebih berani lagi, lebih yakin kamu.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Players return to court. Second game. Love all. Play.
So let's hope for more of the same this second game in terms of entertainment value. still down. Kusharjanto, they got back up in time.
I think that rally had it all. At one point, you know,
Service over.
I think Shinoya was playing singles, and I mean, this is a great game to watch. It really is.
Heard the call from Kusumawati to
Service
a
over.
partner to let that go.
Yeah, and it's a great call.
1-1.
Sometimes when you're the player moving to the shuttle, you know, it's much harder for you to tell than your partner. So his string's gone, and she's covering him. She even tried to give him.
Service over.
Very entertaining to watch. Lisa even tried to give Rehan her racket, but he was happy to continue with his, and then there was just confusion. She was trying to cover him,
And all done with smiles on both their faces and theirs. Hard enough game when you've got a fully strung racket.
Service over.
Gotta say, Rehan, he is everywhere. He's covering so much of the court, and he's working so hard. He's just trying to keep the attack, sustain the attack, and keep pressure on the Japanese, and it is working.
Service over. 3-2.
This is the thing. I do feel now the Japanese have got a little bit passive. They're almost too happy to lift, and they are going to bleed a few mistakes. They are going to fatigue their opponents, but they can't sustain the attack. They can't consistently win rallies when they're on the defense. Great stop drop.
4-3.
And this is the thing for me, that the Japanese aren't really pressuring them now. I know it's only the start of the second game, but I feel like the Indonesians are flowing. The Indonesians are getting all the attack. The Japanese now need to try and be a bit more aggressive.
Service over. 4-all. 5-4.
I'd say almost every rally the second game has been the Japanese on the defense, and they do have an incredible defense, but I just feel that they can't win playing this style. They need to try to get the attack. Do get the attack.
6-5.
And he's so aggressive in defense. It's a pleasure to watch, because every time he's in defense, he's making an active move forward to take the shuttle as early as possible, to give his opponents as little time as possible when they're attacking.
Service over. 6-4.
Well, so far, game 2 just as tight and tense as first.
Yeah, it's just the wrong shot there. Tried to go over, and it was quite a short lift. And this one there, it's just too short, just too short.
Got there in the end. If at first you don't succeed.
Service over.
Determination from Kusharjanto there would not be denied.
And this is what I mean. The Japanese, they definitely have a good defense, but they can't win these points from consistently defending. They've got to try and find a way of getting the attack.
Well, she gambled a bit there, Kusumawati, with the result that they were kind of out of position and lost the initiative in that rally. Open invitation there.
But that's it from the Japanese, though. They're now getting the attack. And when you're defending, people will make... I mean, that's the wrong shot choice. But people will do that when they're defending, because it's not easy to defend. It's the hardest bit of the game. The other big thing is the Japanese trying to get the attack. For the Indonesians now, they're down the end, which is difficult to lift. And we've seen a few now just creep out the back.
For a millisecond, considered challenging that, and then thought better of it. For the first time, there's a little bit of daylight on the scoreboard now. Stayed patient.
Service over.
Yeah, I think Shinoya there's frustrated with herself because she's done totally the wrong move. You see the shot here. And then after this, she runs to the middle. But the obvious shot is the straight shot, so she's covering nothing. She has to stay where she is. Stay covering the line.
I think she knows.
Service over. 11-8.
So 3-point advantage at the mid-game break for the Japanese in their bid to level the match.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Coaches, turn to your chairs. Coach. Ready. Lisa Ayo Kusumawati, warning for misconduct. Delay.
Well, that's the first card we've seen on number 1 court, certainly when I've been here in this tournament.
Second game. Sorry. 11-8.
Views on that, Chris?
I think it's because, to be honest, she was changing her t-shirt and
Play.
I think she got trapped in her t-shirt. I mean, personally, I'd say it's a bit over the top. It wasn't intentional. I don't think anyone intentionally means to get, you know, stuck in something. I'd say I understand there's rules, but then you need to just politely ask a player to please hurry up. But you can clearly see it's not intentional. But, you know, I do understand there are rules to follow. For me, I would say it's a bit strict.
If she doesn't transgress again, it shouldn't really be an issue.
Service over.
But that was an excellent
9,
shot
11.
to win the rally for the Indonesians there. Lovely touch from Kusharjanto.
Yeah, that was so tight. And I have to say, Rayhan, he's got such a strong forearm that when they're attacking at him, he can just step in and whip it, and he's phenomenal at that. Good composure though from the Japanese, because it would be so easy to almost, for a second when, you know, it turned to almost craziness, as it were, for the Japanese to switch off for a fraction of a second, but they just composed themselves and just kept the attack and kept going. Brilliant there from Lisa, really good skill.
12.
I'd say there though, you're going to see this one, there it's too soft. For me there, Shinoya, she has to poke it, she has to get it past the net player and in between the two Indonesians. She's played it too soft. Brilliant touch from Lisa there.
Would you believe it? Both left it to each other, and after such an entertaining rally, it was a somewhat anticlimactic end to it.
And this is a great game. I mean, the rallies that we're getting to witness are amazing. And the way that the rally ended with Shinoya playing this one, brilliant stop drop that.
So they've got that 3-point advantage back, but not for long.
Serve's over. 11-13.
A very slightly loose serve there, but great pressure from the Indonesians as a partnership.
Darren. Service over. 14-11.
I think it's just that drift. It's just slightly off balance. You obviously don't want to lift it short, but we have seen a few just sneak out the back. I think it's just the drift that's taking it. Now the gap's just opening up for the Japanese.
Well, he went for that, didn't make it, and now
16-11.
Seriously, it's advantage Japan in this second game.
In the last 3 or 4 points, we've just seen just a few simpler mistakes creep in. It's just going to give the Japanese that extra bit of confidence to relax and just try anyway to finish out this game. It is very impressive defense from the Japanese.
17-11.
On that attack.
Service over.
Perfect.
12,
just in between 17. The two tram lines.
Service over. 18-12.
Well, they're right in the groove now.
19-12.
Yamashita and Shinoya closing in on levelling this match, and I think from the Indonesians' point of view, it's just starting to get a little concerning. Some of these straightforward rallies that their opponents are winning. It's just long.
This is one of the super strengths, as it were, of the Japanese pair. They're so consistent. We did see a few encores there as in the first game, but in this game we've seen hardly any, to be honest. And that plays on your mind. When your opponent's literally giving you no points, you think you have to work harder and harder and play a better and better shot to win the point. I think that's what's happening slightly for the Indonesians. But there we do see a more comfortable mistake, but I think the Indonesians before that have been trying to play almost such perfect shots that they had been making a few slightly simpler mistakes.
Sorry, Chris, I didn't say 6 game points here for the Japanese pair.
20 game
There was there
points
again.
for
I mean, it
14.
was an incredible turn and then great defense from Yamashita and then quite a simple mistake in the end.
Service over. 15-20.
So 21-15, the Japanese pair take the second game, and it's all set up for a decider.
Second game
What we
won by
probably
Kyohei
thought
Yamashita
initially,
and
and certainly
Shinoya,
it's still hard to call, although they'll have
15.
taken great confidence, that Japanese pair, in the way they played in that second game.
Space aduh only go. If not, wait, angle. Space, don't go position, only go. Don't go first. If I can drop, only this skill. This net. Coba dulu dari pas servis kamu skill, pakai skill, belok. Yang penting kamu nyamperin bola, lihat bola, kamu lari lawan cari yang kosong. Itu aja dulu. Setelah kamu kosong, skill kualitasnya bagus kan naik gitu aja. Situ kamu sabar tuh, sentak. Ya, dilanjut situ. Itu aja ya. Nggak usah pikir yang banyak-banyak, satu-satu dulu aja. Itu ya. Ya, poin 1-2 ya. Poin ketiga dulu, ambil satu lagi, satu pelan-pelan saja. Ya. Ini kamu harus bergerak rapi. Biasa latihan 3 jam. Always try. I take counter. Okay. This angle, then I take mistake. If you only hit, then I take this.
Call 1, 20 seconds. Call 1, 20 seconds. Final game. Level. Play.
I think they need a good start in this decider, the Japanese pair, just to get confidence flowing again. Keep the Indonesians where they had them in that second game.
Yeah, it's been a great start to this final game from the Japanese. So solid, so consistent, and they look so calm, especially Yamashita. He looks, you know, looks full of confidence. He looks relaxed, moving the shuttle around.
Oh, that's bad leave. That was well inside the sideline there.
Service over.
Whenever I compliment any player, it seems to be
it's the kiss of death.
Yes, to keep quiet.
But I mean, I totally agree with the calmness. I mean, neither Yamashita nor Shinoya were flustered at all when they lost that first game. They were excellent in the second.
Even on his defence, he's not snatching at all. He doesn't look stressed. He's just moving the shuttle around quite nicely.
Two all.
That's the first time in the match where he's made 2 mistakes in a row. That's probably my fault.
Beautifully done.
Brilliant vision there from Lisa, brilliant. If she'd have hit the full power smash, I think the Japanese would have been okay. Great aggression there as a pair. Brilliant skill.
And with her partner on the deck, she kind of had to stay back a little bit, Shinoya, and Kusumawati took full advantage of it. It has been almost chess on a badminton court at times. Tactical battle between these two pairs, and absolutely fascinating.
Service over.
Sheer power of Yamashita's shot. Too much for Kusumawati.
Service over.
It's so strange how momentum can change. It was almost the start of this deciding game. The Japanese looked so good, so calm the first two rallies, and then after that, just maybe the tension has grown and a few uncharacteristic, unforced errors.
Well, it's still early, obviously, in this deciding game, but those are the kind of things that can turn matches when it's as tight as this. Beautiful little shot.
Service over. 4-5.
Fascinating match this. We're getting some long and involved matches, and then rallies rather, and then we're getting those little two-shot rallies where the serve gets picked off.
That's brilliant.
Set up with the deception, Chris, wasn't it, and then finished emphatically.
Yeah, brilliant sustained attack here. You're right there. The stop drop and then the big, but it's the placement of that smash is fantastic. We watch this here. She's in trouble and then there, just in between the two, and that's brilliant. Great placement.
Service over. 5-7.
This is what the Japanese do so well. They get that extra shot back, and it just keeps you thinking. And here, that's a brilliant shot from there. The skill level involved with that. All the Japanese are doing are just outmaneuvering or just keeping the Indonesians moving. This is the key. It's so close to perfection. Hits the top of the tape, but just doesn't quite tumble over.
Missed it.
Service over.
Well, did everything right. Anticipation was brilliant.
6.
Just couldn't execute.
Go ahead. Ready.
from Lisa. Just when you get someone under that much pressure, just keep going and just keep applying the pressure. So it's here. Just keep the pressure on. Keep the pressure on. Keep the pressure on, and the situation will get easier and easier until you get the one that you can put away. Great pressure there from Yamashita, stepping in, taking it early, just punching the shot on and being ready. He made a great move in that rally. And then here, just the pressure, and then he's ready. What a shot, how did she get that back? This is an amazing rally.
Oh, what a shame for the Indonesians. She performed absolute heroics and all to no avail in the end.
I think every single person in the crowd is clapping that rally. That was an incredible rally.
8, 9.
This has been an amazing match to watch.
Players, ready. Eight, 9.
Another good move forward from Yamashita here. Steps in well and then chases it forward. It's pretty loose from Lisa, but it's good vision from Yamashita to make the move. Every rally is, I mean, we're getting treated some incredible rallies here. I think we're just over the hour and it's been such a good match so far.
Yeah, and still no idea who's going to come out on top.
Lisa. 11-9.
So a 2-point
Interval.
lead for the Japanese pair at the mid-game interval, but plenty of play left in this one.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Coaches, turn to your chairs. Go ahead. Go ahead.
恭喜。
Cohen, warning for misconduct, delay.
So second yellow. I don't think he's going to worry too much about it, truth to tell.
Play.
Be slightly concerning now for the Indonesians. A little bit of leeway on that scoreboard for their opponents, and also just the momentum looks like it's shifting a little bit here. There's a point back though.
Service over. 10-12.
As soon as I say that, the Indonesians start fighting back. A couple of quick points, and right back in the mix again now.
Lisa. 11-12. Service over. 13-11.
Trying to think, that might be the only servitor in the match, I think.
This is something the Japanese do so well. They almost force you to play, or try and go for, I should say, the most perfect shot. Because here the Indonesians have the advantage, and it's just a bit too much. It doesn't have to be quite that good. You just might have to play another 5 or 6 shots before you get into a really good position.
He's actually missed a couple, hasn't he, on that side, Kusharjanto?
Service over. 12-14.
He made that one though.
But that's the thing there, brilliant placement. It's not outrageous, as in it's not, you know, an inch from the line. It's just off the inside tram, but that's where the gap is. Brilliant, brilliant shot. Even a little thumbs up from Lisa. Where the Indonesians just need to be a little bit careful, because they've got the drift with them.
13.
Got to be. He just demoed a reverse, which maybe he should have done, because when you reverse it, you take a bit of the power off. But he's just got to be so careful. He's got to go a fraction higher, a fraction softer with that shot.
Well, it really opened up there for Yamashita.
16-13.
Just emphasises there in those last few rallies how important the placement of the attack is. I mean, that's where the gap is. But incredible placement, and we saw it slightly earlier with a drive down the line from Rehan. It's all about the placement.
And all of a sudden, it's looking a little ominous for the Indonesian pair.
17-13. Service over. 14-17.
Before that last shot, I think, in that rally, Yamashita did everything right, moved the shuttle round, stepped forward, tried to take initiative, and then just a miss hit. Otherwise, maybe a few shots after that, he would have got in such an easy position to be able to kill it.
Play. Service over. 18-14.
That's the thing in that situation there, Yamashita, he's just putting pressure on, but the pressure is enough to then win the rally. These next 2 points are crucial for the Indonesians.
Yamashita, sorry, to Shinoya at a really awkward height, didn't it?
15-18.
Kind of shoulder height. Just couldn't adjust the racket in time.
I don't know how Rehan had played that shot before. It's almost like something out of the Matrix, the way he was leaning back and looking the other way and deflecting it off.
That dates you.
Wow, that was brilliant. Stepped in, even maybe a little bit of double action. Incredible shot. Steps in, yeah, he did. That is incredible.
Well, sometimes the hardest hurdle to clear is the last one. 18-14. They swiftly become 18-17, and they're right back in it now. Kusharjanto and Kusumawati.
And again, that all came from the Japanese. It was Shinoya attacking a bit too central, and then Rehan, he's got such a good whip where he steps in and he can whip it cross court, but it's because they're attacking too central.
That's how much it means. 18 so tense out there now. 18 all in a decider.
But what a comeback. 18-14 down, and then managing to turn that around at the most important time of the match. And that's just there. It's not his shot. He's gone for it when it's not his. But when you get tense, when things get close, decision-making skills are not as good. I'd say before that, he's barely put a foot wrong with the decisions he's made.
So 6 points in a row, a terrific rally, and 2 match points now for the Indonesians.
And that was incredible there by Lisa. She got, I think, 1 or 2 shots back that I have no idea how she got back, and then she ended up winning the rally. That was incredible, and as you say, what a comeback this is. How the game has changed from 18-14 to the Japanese to 20-18 to the Indonesians.
Well, that's why you just keep believing. You have to. It's the only way.
And in that rally there, Shinoya, she's made the wrong move. She's hit hard and she's migrated to the middle. When she hits hard, she's got to stay her side. And it's easy for Lisa to just keep it straight, which is the easiest shot, and then put the pressure.
Play.
She made it! She made it! Well, in fact, there's a challenge here.
Challenges called out.
And when in fact it was called out, I think it took the line judge a little while to make his mind up, but it's gone to Hawkeye. And if this has clipped the line, that's the end of it.
I'm confident that's in. It's not in. I've got that totally wrong. Well done to the line judge.
Could there be any more drama?
1 challenge remaining.
We saw initially the fist pumps from the 2 Indonesians. They thought it was called in.
20.
I thought it was in. It must have been the way the shuttle landed. Great call by the line judge.
Yeah, because you forget they're under a bit of pressure as well at this stage of the game.
He looks very smug there. He's got a smile on his face.
He'd be a good poker player, giving nothing away. Still match point. And that's out, and that's it. 21-19. What a match that was. A fantastic advert for mixed doubles badminton. It looked like they'd lost the initiative, the Indonesians. Having won the first game, they lost the second, well behind in the third, but found a way to get over the line. And they're going to fancy themselves for this title now, Chris, but superb entertainment.
Tell you what a game, what a game. That was incredible from all 4 players. That was a joy to watch. And that's an amazing win for the Indonesian pair. Probably is it must be the best achievement so far in their career, because the tournament they won previously was a much lower grade tournament than high-low. This is massive for the Indonesians.
15-21,
yeah, they won a Super 300 in Germany last year in Saarbrücken, but this is an altogether different ball game. He's just trying to take it in, Kusharjanto. But he's going to realise when the order of play comes out for tomorrow, when he sees his name and his partners on the semi-final order of play. Well, they've put paid to the challenge of Yamashita and Shinoya in an absolute classic. Hour and a quarter it lasted. It went by so quickly, and that's always the test of a great game. Not a problem for the line judge to call that one. It was out by a country mile. If he could, he'd cut a piece of the court off and take it with him, I think. Well, that's the reward for 75 minutes of non-stop effort, huge amounts of skill, and all played in an incredibly sporting manner. Yamashita and Shinoya's day will come, I'm sure, again, but today it's all about the Indonesian pair. They win 21-19, 15-21, 21-19 in an hour and a quarter of phenomenal badminton. Well, we'll try and get our breath back after that, but we've got some match coming up. Aprahanu Rahayu and Siti Ramadanti take on Beck Hana and Lee So-hee in the women's doubles. That's next. Well, if that match has whetted your appetite to learn more about Kusharjanto or Kusumawati, this is the way to do it. Badminton for you. Take your photo of that QR code with your phone. So much player information on there, live scores, videos, tournament information, draws, tickets, you name it, it's on there. So moving on, after that breathless action in the mixed, it's women's doubles. And it's Olympic champion Apriyana Ruheyu and her relatively new partner, Siti Ramadanti, against the Korean pair of Beck and Lee. And if you were watching our coverage in Mulheim last weekend,